Hello guys, Cameron1 here, bringing you another episode of FS17 Mondays. Now, you are seeing it correctly guys, I currently have a wrecker or a flatbed truck here that I am driving, and that is because, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing some recovery work today for the shop, because I felt like doing something slightly different from farming today, and I found this mod on the internet that I downloaded, and it seemed good, so here it is. This is our mod. We'll have a look around that in a minute, but the person who created this is Thunderhawk09, so that's the creator of this mod, if you were interested in that, but I'll leave a link in the description to where I downloaded the mod if you would like to download it yourself. But today we are going to be taking back vehicles that the shop own, that farmers and people in the local area have leased and failed to pay back or hand back or pay loans for. So that's our job today, and we have been issued with two jobs today. One is between field 23 and 22 on our sat nav here, and then we have another one up near field 1. I'm not sure what they are at the moment, so we'll find out when we get them. All I know is the one at field 23 is apparently a tractor, and I only know that because that's the mission we're going to first. So let's have a look around this machine anyway and see what it's about. So as you can see, it has the flatbed on the back, it has strobe lights on the top there, which you can toggle on and off. I'm not going to use them today, but like I said, you can if you would like to. It has your Bob standard horn, very deep horn, rather quiet. It's got a loud engine, however. So you can also tow vehicles with this machine, so you don't have to put them on the back if you don't want to. So if you were towing multiple vehicles, you could have one on the back and tow at the same time, so that's nice to see. But there's a couple of features to this, so we'll have to zoom out for this. Okay, so the first control is we can lift the flatbed up and down so it's flat for vehicles to be able to be driven up. However, if we also need to get into somewhere further back, we can stretch this right the way out, and then we can lower it down also. So that's just if we need to get, say it is under a tree or a blocked vehicle, we can do that. And then the other feature is the towing bar, which is just under that bed that you've just looked at there. If I go up slightly, you should be able to see it move. I will just move the camera up a bit so we can see it better. There we go, you can see that stretches right out, so you can attach vehicles to that. And with that you can also change the height of it, so if you're towing a low vehicle you can tow that. If you're towing a lorry you can tow that also, but we will leave it in the middle now, and we'll leave it under there for now. So like I said, our first mission is on the sat nav, and it's between field 22 and 23. So this is a repossession of a tractor from a farmer who has failed to pay loans for it. So that's where we're heading to now. So we'll make our way over there and take his vehicle off him. And it's not got a very good turning circle, this actually, I've just realised. Well, it has, but the wheels turn very slowly, so it's not at high speeds, but there we go. We're round that. And it's not very fast at getting up to speed either by the look of it. But it's not too bad of a mod all in all. Okay, so we'll head up here now. And I'm sorry if this does look a bit moddy. Or, sorry, not a bit moddy, a bit glitchy. That is obviously because I'm using a mod, so it can slow the game down a little bit. But it is not doing too bad at the moment. And we're actually going 70 miles per hour. So we'd be able to go on a motorway. And we've got quite a lot of speed actually now. It's slow getting up to speed, but once it's up, it's fast. But we need to slow down because our turning is just here on the left hand side. Okay, and we'll let this vehicle go. Okay, and there's the vehicle we are repossessing in the distance over there. And the shop keeps second keys for all its vehicles, so we'll be able to just take it by driving it onto our ramp. So that should be easy. Luckily the shop keeps second keys when they sell and or lease them to the owners who are going to be using them. But like I said, this farmer failed to pay loans back, so unfortunately we are here to take his vehicle. So what we'll do is we'll lower our bed down and I'll just make that slightly less of a steep angle for us to drive up, just so the vehicle is more secure and less likely to fall off. But there we go. So the ramp is down now, as you can see, there it is, and we will jump into this tractor. Like I said, we've got the keys from the shop, so we can drive it up. And you can lock your vehicles down on this machine as well, so they don't fall off. So if you wanted to use it as a transport vehicle for your own vehicles, you could. And it's perfectly wide enough for this vehicle. Okay, so by the looks of it, we are on there. We'll just reverse a little bit so we're not too far forward. And it doesn't appear to be struggling at all with the weight, so that's great to see. Okay, so now we'll it'd help if I locked our load on first. And for some reason our load appears to be floating. So what I'm going to do is I'll just hop out, flatten it down a bit. Okay, so hopefully that should allow us to lock it in. There we go, that appears to be locked now. And as you can see, it's being slid in with us. And there we go. So we have picked it up now. Okay, so let's go. So we're going to be dropping these vehicles off back at the shop, and then the shop can do with them how they intend to deal with them, whether they sell them to new owners or lease them out again is up to them. But like I said, we're just working on behalf of them today to help them. And obviously I don't own this vehicle in game. I have just borrowed this off them to carry out my work today. And obviously this is not actually real, this is just a bit of roleplay, just for a bit of fun and variety into the game. But I couldn't help but have a go doing this when I seen this mod. And it's a good job that vehicle is locked down, because it tends to be wobbling about quite a bit. Then again, we are going 45, 46 miles per hour. But it appears to be holding on rather steadily. Okay, and we will be coming into the shop anytime soon. In fact, here is the shop now. Okay, just swing around that guy so we don't hit him. And we have been told by the store that we can just drop them out front and they will deal with them later when they get time. So that's what we'll do. So again, we will keep the load locked for now whilst we slide it off and slide that down. Okay, and we've unlocked the load now, and we'll jump in. So this is a Hurleman H488 tractor. So the farmer who leased this obviously leased it but failed to pay loans that he owed for it, so no longer has the right to use it. So we'll leave that there, and I'm sure the shop will deal with that at some point, or whilst we're collecting the other one, or after we've collected it. But like I said, there is one more. So let's make our way up there. And I've just been told by the shopkeepers that this vehicle has been tried to be recovered before by the company, and last time when they tried to recover it, the driver actually crashed the vehicle into a wooden structure and left it there. And unfortunately we don't have keys to this time, obviously because the driver made off with them. So what we will have to do is we will have to probably drag this out with our tow rope and tow it that way, and then I'm sure once we recover it, I'm sure the company will deal with that in terms of recovering the keys. most likely through their police, but that is not anything to do with us. Our job is to just recover the vehicles and take them back from the people who don't pay their bills and keep them in the hands of the rightful owners. Okay, so round we go. And I am going to keep this mod in the game, although I won't be actually having the vehicle there. So you never know, we may use it in the future. I will keep the mod installed, and we, like I said, may use it in the future at some point again. Or if you would like to see another towing series, or at least another towing video, sorry, then I am sure I could sort that out. And hopefully then, you never know, we may end up getting some lorries we need towing, or other vehicles, combine harvesters possibly. We don't know what we may get, it all depends on the day. But today we have had a tractor up to now, and I have been told on my report that this is a pickup truck, so we'll see what it is when we get there. But we're coming up to it now, just up here. And it's coming up on my sat nav now that we are close to it. So it must just be up here. Okay, and a bit of a steep hill, hopefully we can get up. And you can see where the drivers drove up here. Oh, and yes, there the vehicle is. Not in the best of positions there actually, it's been smashed right into that wooden structure. So what we'll need to do is back up to it, and like I said, first of all we'll need to get our tow rope out, or at least our tow bar, sorry. Okay, and I'm not sure about height yet, so I think we will need to lower it slightly. That looks like it may fit better. Try lowering it just a bit more. Okay, so I'm not sure if we're attached to it or not yet. Okay, so this is proving harder than I'd hoped, because it's in a awkward position. Okay, and by the looks of it, I think we have it attached now. Let's check we're all linked up. Yes, we are. There we go. Out it comes. Like I said, unfortunately, we are going to possibly ruin the suspension on the pickup because we are going to have to drag it out. But there is nothing we can do about that. And the lease company are aware of that, so they are expecting possible damage to that. But as it's worked out, we've been able to show how this vehicle works in both ways. Luckily, we got jobs today that involved the use of our flatbed and the use of our tow bar, so it's not been too bad of a day, and it's allowed me to showcase this machine rather well. Okay, I'm just trying to be careful turning there that we don't hit the corner of the pickup with the corner of our flatbed. It is a big vehicle, this flatbed, so could quite easily hit it if we turn too sharply. Okay, so that vehicle doesn't seem to be too bad behind us. We're still attached at least, so that's a good thing. Swaying around slightly, but we can expect a slight bit of movement considering the wheels aren't turning on the vehicle. And you can also tow vehicles from the front by this vehicle, not just the back. So if you want to tow vehicles by the front, you can also do that. And you can tow any vehicle that has a hitch or a hook lift, basically, which is basically every vehicle in the game. So yeah, it's pretty universal, this machine, in terms of what you can use it with. But like I said, you don't have to just use it for tow company if you don't want to, like I am doing today. You could also use it simply for a delivery vehicle to deliver your new machines to the farm. Obviously, say you buy a new tractor, you could have the shop deliver it to you on this flatbed, similar to a truck and flatbed, but all in one. So that's another use for it if you would like that. And I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but this vehicle is designed off a Ford F350, I believe, and that is a pickup, of course, but instead of having like the usual pickup back on it, it's got this flatbed. So we need to turn right here, and this is a very tight turn. Luckily no other vehicles were coming down the road there, so it weren't too bad. Okay, and we'll go straight across while there's no vehicles coming. And we'll turn in here, drop the vehicle off, and then that will be the end of the video for today. And again, we can leave this next to this machine. There we go, dropped it off. So we're spinning around. and we'll park this in front of these vehicles for now, just so nobody tries to steal them, and we'll push our tow bar under. And that's going to conclude today's video, guys. So like I said, a bit of a slightly different video to usual. Obviously, it's not really anything to do with farming, but I seen this great mod and thought, let's try it out, be a bit of fun. And obviously it wasn't real, it was just roleplay, but we were able to adapt it to link it to farming. So again, a bit of a slightly different video, but hopefully you have enjoyed nonetheless. And personally, I think this is a fantastic mod. I will definitely be keeping it in my mods folder to be able to use in the future. So once again, a shout out goes to Thunderhawk09 for creating this vehicle, and I believe there was other creators and converters involved in that, so shout out to you guys also if you were involved in the making of this vehicle. But I will leave a link to where I downloaded this from on the description, and you can see all the names yourself. So yep, a fantastic mod, and I've really enjoyed using it in today's video. So that is the end of today's video, guys, and I would just like to thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully I have enjoyed again, and I will see you all next week. Bye for now, guys.